I've been thinking a lot about money and what our money says about our priorities and the things that we prioritize. This week, more than $60 million of outside money poured into a single U.S. Senate primary. $60 million, not even the general election primary. That number of $60 million has stayed with me. Because imagine bringing that same level of urgency to lowering the cost of groceries. Imagine that kind of investment in healthcare, affordable housing, public schools, or making sure people have enough to live. We clearly have resources in this country. We know how to spend enormous amounts of money when we decide that something matters. So maybe the question is, what do we decide matters? And so I was thinking about this, and this week's Torah portion has a lot to say about it. This week's Torah portion is Re A, and it contains one of the clearest statements in the Torah about our responsibility to one another. In Deuteronomy 15, verse 7, 8, it says, "If there is among you anyone in need, do not harden your heart or shut your hand against your kin, against your sister in need, against your brother in need, against your neighbor in need. Rather, you must open your hand and lend whatever is sufficient for the need." And a few verses later in the Torah returns to the point, "For there will never cease to be needy people in your land. Therefore, I command you, open your hand to your kin, to your sibling, to your neighbor, to your brother, your sister, to the poor and the needy in your land." Open your hand. That is a command. I keep coming back to those words because they offer a powerful way to think about the kind of society we are called to build. It's a powerful way to think about the kind of society that I want to live in. I care about health care for everyone, affordable groceries, living wage, strong public schools, the freedom to join a union, affordable housing, paid family leave, protecting Social Security and Medicare, civil rights, voting rights, sensible action on climate, humane immigration policies. Some of these ideas appear in the Democratic Socialists of America platform. Some appear in the Democratic Party platform, and others are championed by independents, faith communities, labor unions, and grassroots organizers. For me, the more important question is what these policies accomplish. Do they help people live with dignity? Do they expand opportunity? Do they help families thrive? Do they create communities where people can afford a home, buy groceries, see a doctor, send their children to good schools, and grow old with security? Those are values I can get behind, and those are deeply Jewish values. This week's Torah portion speaks to a society in which the well-being of our neighbors becomes part of our own responsibility. The well-being of our neighbors becomes part of our own responsibility. Torah imagines people looking around their communities, seeing need and responding with an open hand. That feels especially important right now. Imagine what becomes possible when our political life is organized around the needs of people. This week's Torah portion gives us an image for that kind of politics, the open hand. An open hand can feed someone. An open hand can help someone stand. An open hand can build a school, provide medical care, welcome a newcomer, support a worker, protect an elder, and help a family remain in their home. An open hand also asks something of us. It asks us to look at where our resources are flowing. It asks us to decide what deserves our attention and our investment. It asks us to build systems that reflect the dignity we say every human possesses. This is where Torah becomes public. The words in Deuteronomy live in our budgets. The words in Deuteronomy live in our workplaces, our schools, our hospitals, our voting booths, city councils, state legislatures, and Congress. They live wherever people make decisions about who receives resources and what kind of community we want to build, what kind of community we want to become. We have tremendous resources in this country. We have creativity, wealth, knowledge, land, institutions, and people who care deeply about their neighbors. The question is what we choose to do with all of it. This week's Torah portion, Re'eh, means see. See the person struggling to afford groceries. See the worker who deserves a living wage. See the family searching for affordable housing. See the elder depending on Social Security and Medicare. See the immigrant seeking safety and possibility. See the child who deserves a strong public school. See them. And then open your hand. That is Torah. And that is the vision of a society I want us to build.